Good. It's me. It's Dom. All right. How I'm healing my anxious attachment. All right. I don't think this gets talked enough a lot. A lot. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Maybe because I really haven't looked it up or whatever. But how I'm healing it, bruh. Because this ain't no joke. I promise you. Anxious attachment probably has to be one of the worst things you can have. Genuinely. If you have anxious attachment, you're gonna push every person away. Everyone away. So let's break it down. Let's break down what anxious attachment is and what I've learned about it. Because if I never learned about it, I'd be cooked. I'd be so cooked right now. If I never learned about it this early in my life, every single relationship, everything would go down. I promise you. So, anxious attachment is basically a fear of abandonment. It's a fear of loss. And it's what happens when you get into a relationship with people. I don't even think it needs to be romantic. And so when you attach to things, you eventually need a lot of reassurance, and you're very needy and you're clingy. You have a low self-esteem within yourself. These are just some of the symptoms and things that people with anxious attachment have, or deep within them, engraved in them. Sorry. But that's basically what it is. Constantly asking for reassurance, constantly asking if they're being loved enough. It's like when you're a parent. It happens at an adolescent, man. I didn't get enough hugs, enough kisses when I was a baby, when I was a toddler, when I was a jit. So I developed this anxious attachment. Who knows the reason why? And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you have two parents or not. You can have two parents but still have an insecure attachment. So it might be because, you know what I'm saying, my dad obviously wasn't there. Who knows? One thing I can't say, oh man, I gotta get up. One thing I can say is I don't remember anything from my childhood. I don't got no recollection of no memories. That might be some bad trauma, but all I'm saying is I got some bad trauma. And one thing I remember is like my mom, she would tell me some stuff about like memories. And like there was this one time, I guess it might have been from this reason right here. I was crying, and I was crying for my dad, right? And I was just crying or like pleading or something. I don't know. He wasn't there. I don't know if he was at work or he left to work. Something like that. Who knows how old I was. And my mom was there, but I wouldn't calm down. And so I was just crying for dad, or something like that. And then after that moment, after that time, I was crying that much. She told me that I never cried like that ever again. Or I was never the same, or like I was super quiet or something like that. Who knows if this is true, but this is probably one of the reasons why too. And I'm just like, I just don't remember nothing, you know? I don't remember literally anything. And you lose a lot of memory, but I can tell you, bro, my sister remembers everything. I don't remember nothing. So this is like literally, if you're a man and you have this attachment, oh, you're cooked. You're cooked. If you don't start building on that attachment, building on your relationship with yourself, getting that strength, building on that in yourself, man, you're cooked. I'm telling you. Because you're going to push every single girl away. Girls want strength. They want to feel your internal strength. They want to feel you can protect, provide, you know, do all these things. Be their masculine. Be in there. So if you got this, bro, I promise you, you literally need to do the work, and don't even step in. Don't even try. Like, if you have anxious attachment, like you will be so needy you're going to eventually start pushing people away. You eventually create toxic situations because you want that reassurance. You push them away. Not on purpose, but because you're like, oh, you don't love me enough. You probably start gaslighting or like doing like, being very toxic, And so that was with me. And I didn't know I was doing that, or I did know, but it was a two-way thing, okay? It was a two-way thing. But I was doing it too. I was part of the problem for sure. For sure. So how I'm overcoming it, how I'm healing it, one thing for sure is just one thing that I really had to do, because man, it got to a point like where it was super, super bad. Because it's not, after a relationship breaks and you have this attachment, it's not the person anymore. It's the emotional security. It's the familiarity. It's the comfort. You don't even want the person back. You just want the emotional security, because that person becomes like your blanket because you didn't get enough hugs when you were a child. And so that was the case with me, you know what I'm saying? Even though I knew the situation wasn't good for me, I still wanted that, because that became like my foundation. That became like my security. I'm being super vulnerable, but this is true. And this is why you got to do the work, bro, and heal. And don't jump into anything, or else that becomes another problem. And you just bounce, and become, and you just mess up your mental. It messes you up more. It's terrible. And so, that's what I was doing, hoping, you get lost thinking something will come back, and it's just like, nah, bruh. And so the switch that happened, oh my gosh, these people, the switch that happened after I realized, like, man, no one was coming to save me. Thank God I have a growth mindset, and I just realized no one was coming to save me. It flipped whenever I was working one day, and it was just, man, I had the worst mindset. You just have a miserable feeling, that loss. Oh, I got low gas. And so that's what it was with me. And it truly sucked. And I became in this miserable mood. I was going in and out. And so what really helped me, man, I really had to do a lot of like research into like, why? Because I don't want to feel this pain no more again. I don't want to feel that suffering again. Like genuinely. And I had to look into like breathing techniques, self-affirmations. Bro, I tried to journal. People like journal. Bro, it don't work. It don't work for me. I was on it. I did like 70 days worth, journaling or whatever, or, speaking into my notes app. And it was cool. I got a whole thing. It's insane. But really, this is the only thing that's truly low-key helped, is recording, is talking, is reflection, self-awareness, And if you're watching this or whatever, man, and you come into that point, or you don't even know, man, I hope this helps you. Like, genuinely. You don't want to feel this. And so, what else has happened? Being alone, being in solitude, being isolated, doing things, trying new things, going like putting myself out there in situations where I'm uncomfortable, and it just allowed me to grow. And so that really helped. And I kind of like forced myself to do that. I remember you really shouldn't be doing that, like forcing it, but that helped a lot. Bro, why are they honking? And so I was in that situation too. And after some time, it wears off, right? It wears off. But it always comes and goes, no matter what. And that's why it's not regular. Like, when you got an attachment like this, an insecure one, it's not regular heartbreak, bruh. It's not. It's 20 times worse. That's why I'm like, man, I'm low-key like, not like messed up, but it's just like, I'm low-key gonna be on edge after this point after my life. I hope not. I'm more secure than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, anxious people be Like, say you're a guy and a girl and you texting, and she ain't respond to you, bruh. She ain't respond to you, and you're like, oh, you're biting your nails and stuff, and it's just like, I'm about to eat. And you're biting your nails like, bruh, it's delivered. The text is delivered. This is the thing with secure people. They know the text is delivered. They know their worth. They have a strong self-esteem. They know they love themselves. You know, they got enough hugs and kisses whenever they were a baby. So they don't need anything from anyone. And so at one point, man, I was like trembling. It was so bad, I'm telling you. But now I've gotten to a place where, you know, I can talk to a girl, and if she don't text back in like, who knows, what was it? It was like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I forgot about it. I forgot about the text. Don't really care because I'm busy. I'm doing my own thing in life. This is why also what's helped is gotta have a complete life. Gotta have a complete life. And this might not have helped, but I was just super busy. And really that it helps, but it don't help because I'm like avoiding the pain. You know what I mean? I'm like avoiding the pain. We're here. And that sucks. Because whenever I try to push it down, then it's hard to like put away. But that's helped. I'm telling you, at work too was the worst. Like, I know some of y'all been through it. Like, you got out of something and then you have to work a long shift. Bro, it was like that for like months. For months it was like that. And I was just looking up, bro. I just wanted it all to go away, and I was just looking up like all this stuff, things of that nature. You know, I had to learn breathing exercises, like what is it? Was it in through my nose, out through my mouth? It was like really strong through my nose, so it was like, and then you hold it, and then like I was doing that for like. It was in November and December. Yeah. And like I could feel it in my head, and it was just and like I was so anxious and had so much anxiety, and it was just not go away. But then when I finally learned how to do that, oh man, I could feel the difference. I could feel clarity. I could feel peaceful, and I was just like laughing, you know, praying, looking at something deeper than myself, because it was just terrible. And it's just sheesh, bruh. And like I know there's definitely some men who struggle with this, women too, but it's just, this is just what's happened and what's helped me. And it's just like, freak, bruh, I didn't know this was in me. But thank the Lord I've found it out so young. So young. You know what I mean? Because now it's just like, people with people with insecure attachments, they don't know their standards. They don't know their boundaries. They put up with everything because they want to feel enough. That's what it is too. Anxious just wants to feel enough. They want to feel enough for somebody because they didn't get that sort of love whenever they were younger. And that's pretty depressing. I know it is. It's super sad. But it's just like all this stuff is neurological. It's neurological. It's not really who you are. And you just got to build yourself. You got to truly do the work, bro. I'm telling you. And if you're blessed to be more secure because you have more kisses, then, hey, man, good ups to you. Because this ain't no joke. I'm serious. It ain't no joke. This is why people, like, you know, they go to therapy. And they, like, literally, they go to therapy. It takes them years to, like, heal or whatever. Thankfully, I've gotten to a place where it's because my mindset shift. And I don't really need to do that. I mean, I would still love to do therapy and everything. I think everyone needs therapy. We should all definitely do it. It'll definitely be good just because, like, it gives you a better perspective, you know? You should be open-minded to everyone and everything. You know, that doesn't mean just take advice and just run with it. Just use it for you, but no. And so what else worked? What else worked? I really think that's it. You know, just being with myself, affirmations, breathing, and that was it. And this kind of just developed me into be just a person of just not caring, because it's just like, man, I went through the worst entire in my life. It's just like, I don't care about what anyone thinks, because you don't know what I went through neurologically, deeply engraved into me. You don't know that. So it's just like, I could care less about what anybody thinks. And that's how I want y'all to feel. If you're just scared of judgment or whatever, like, bruh, be serious. This ain't confidence. This won't even correlate with anxious attachment. But I'm telling you, that's why I have my mindset to where it is. Because it's just like, man, my fear of that felt worse than any sort of judgment, any sort of anything from anyone. You know, once I surpass this, once I get over this, it's just like, man, I can do anything. I can get over anything. I can get over anyone. I can do whatever I want, because you don't know what I've been through. And I used to say this saying when I was a lot younger. I used to say it all the time. I've been through worse. I've been through worse. I've been through worse whenever I'm facing something hard. And now I can truly say I've been through worse. And whenever something worse happens than that worse, and I get over that, I say I've been through worse. And it keeps me going. It's all in your mindset, I promise. Don't lay down. Don't let yourself just be destroyed over things. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Your life is precious. You only get one life. And it's just like, man, screw that. It sucks. It sucks. But it's just like, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And hope you get some impact from this and some understanding, man. And this is just some work for me, because the videos help me better than the journaling, bro. I promise. And if you never even knew about attachment styles, because they're definitely real. Oh, for sure. And we could talk about the opposite, the reverse of anxious, the avoidant, which nobody likes them. Everyone hates them, apparently. It's just like, hey, man, they're human too. They need some love too. Maybe they need a little space. Maybe they pull away. They pull away all the time, but whatever. I don't know. I think that's what my situation was. Who knows? I don't know. Really doesn't matter at this point. But that's what it was. And hey, I'm chilling on me. And that's what it is. Y'all.